In today's episode of The Story of Animals, we explore a dog unlike any other. A dog that refuses to bark at passing cars, noisy neighbors, or that suspicious-looking vacuum cleaner in your living room. Instead, it communicates in peculiar ways, carrying with it the mystery of ancient history and the charm of a modern trickster. This is the remarkable Basenji. Imagine bringing home a puppy and discovering it's mute. Not broken, mind you, just politely refusing to participate in the canine chorus of barks, woofs, and yaps. That's the Basenji. Known as the barkless dog, this breed comes from Central Africa, where its silence was, in fact, a survival strategy. In dense forests, a noisy dog would have been a liability, alerting predators, or worse, scaring away prey. Instead, the Basenji evolved into a quiet hunter, communicating in more subtle ways. But don't let the phrase barkless fool you. Silence, in the Basenji's case, does not mean soundless. When excited, it lets out a peculiar yodel-like call, affectionately nicknamed the baroo. Think of it as a dog's remix between a yodel, a chuckle, and a kazoo. It's not a bark, but it's unforgettable. If your neighbor ever heard it without context, they'd probably assume you were keeping a very confused opera singer in your house. The Basenji isn't just unusual, it's ancient. Archaeologists have discovered depictions of dogs resembling Basenjis on Egyptian tombs and artifacts dating back thousands of years. These little hunters once accompanied pharaohs, and even today they carry an aura of aristocracy. Some people even joke that Basenjis act as though they know they were once royalty. And frankly, they do act the part. Independent, aloof, and highly dignified, the Basenji is often described as more cat-like than dog-like. If you imagine your dog fetching sticks with unbridled enthusiasm, forget it. A Basenji would sooner give you a disapproving look as if to say, "Fetch it yourself, human. I was once a king's companion." Speaking of cats, the Basenji takes neatness very seriously. They groom themselves with their tongue, much like a feline. Their coats remain remarkably clean, and they lack the infamous doggy odor common to other breeds. To top it off, they're excellent jumpers and climbers. If you own one, don't be surprised if you catch your Basenji perched on the back of the sofa like a household lion surveying its kingdom. But don't mistake their quietness for docility. This is a dog with a mischievous streak. Leave a Basenji unsupervised and you may return to find it has dismantled your trash bin, unraveled your socks, and possibly chewed something you swore was indestructible. They're highly intelligent but also stubborn, so training a Basenji requires patience and a sense of humor. If a Labrador is the eager-to-please student in the front row, the Basenji is the clever kid in the back passing notes and pretending not to care. Now, let's take a look at their physique. Basenjis are small to medium-sized dogs with elegant athletic builds. They're lean, muscular, and fast. Originally bred for hunting small game, they have lightning reflexes and an impressive turn of speed. Watching one sprint is like witnessing a cheetah in miniature form, except with pointy ears and a tightly curled tail that resembles a cinnamon roll. And oh yes, the tail. One of their trademark features is that tightly curled tail that seems almost too perfect to be real. It's like nature's way of saying, "Here's a bow to tie the package together." So what's it like to live with one of these enigmatic canines? Owners often describe it as equal parts delightful and exhausting. Basenjis are playful, affectionate with their families, and brimming with personality. But they are not a breed for everyone. If you're dreaming of a dog that obeys every command with tail-wagging enthusiasm, you might want to reconsider. Basenjis think for themselves. Training them is less about commanding and more about negotiating. You don't tell a Basenji what to do, you persuade them. And if you have a yard, be warned, Basenjis are escape artists. Their climbing skills, combined with their intelligence, mean fences are simply puzzles waiting to be solved. If Houdini had fur and 4 legs, he'd be a Basenji. But for those who understand and appreciate their quirks, the Basenji is a companion like no other. An ancient breed with modern charm, blending the mystery of the past with the comedy of the present. Now it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. What sound is the Basenji most famous for making? A. A whistle. B. A yodel-like baroo. C. A deep bark. D. A roar. The correct answer is B. A yodel-like baroo. Unlike most dogs, Basenjis don't bark. Instead, they produce a unique yodeling sound, which has become their trademark. Let's try another question. Question 2. Where did the Basenji originally come from? A. South America. B. Central Africa. C. Northern Europe. D. Australia. The correct answer is B. Central Africa. Basenjis were bred as hunting dogs in Central Africa, where their silence was an advantage in the dense forests. Let's move on to the last question for this episode. Question 3. Which unusual trait makes the Basenji more cat-like than dog-like? A. It purrs. B. It grooms itself with its tongue. C. It sleeps 20 hours a day. D. It hates water. The correct answer is B. It grooms itself with its tongue. Basenjis keep themselves remarkably clean, licking their fur much like cats, making them one of the tidiest dog breeds. Great job if you got all 3 questions correct. If you missed any, don't worry. You've just learned some fascinating facts about the silent but mischievous Basenji. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.